everyone, and welcome to our chit chat about Game of Thrones because we are so excited that Game of Thrones is on its way, season 7 this Sunday. And in light of that, we have a fun predictions video here for you. I'm Kaori Takee, as you probably know if you're watching this video, and of course, the lovely Anne Campia.
Hi, everybody.
So are you excited about this or what?
Oh, absolutely. Can I curse on you?
Yeah, of course.
Absolutely. Yes, I am excited about Game of Thrones. So I feel like we've been waiting forever for this season to come.
Yeah.
And it's finally here.
It feels like 2 years went by between each season. And the fact that they have so much more production and money with them, I feel like it takes longer to churn.
Right.
And they definitely delayed it. But
if anything, I feel like Game of Thrones teaches all of their fans patience.
Yeah.
You know, I think all of us have patience for the show, to your point, because they need to take the time to make sure it's a good show, make sure the production value is there now. So I'm okay with waiting. It's just, I can't wait to see what happens.
I also noticed, because I've been kind of rerunning a lot of them here and there, that you see the dragons a lot more often in the beginning seasons because they're tiny and easier to make. And now when they're big, you only see them once or twice a season. You're like, oh my God, the dragons, where have you been?
That $1 million CG dragon, you know?
Like that moment when she's riding the dragon, we're like, we've been waiting so long for you.
Sure. So has the budget. The budget's been like, okay, time to spend all that money.
Yeah. And I think because of that, because everything is kind of developing into more visuals, it's gonna be costly, and it probably costs more to make that TV show than a really big blockbuster movie. I don't know that. I'm just saying out of my ass.
I would assume so too. Yeah.
Okay, so without further ado, we are going to talk predictions.
Yep.
And after that, we will have a little fun game that we're going to play. So predictions, and let's start. There's so many different characters. Let's dive into anyone you want, or a house. Who do you want to talk about?
Sure. Let's talk about the main one then.
Okay, which one's the main one?
Well, to me, it's Jon Snow.
Okay.
Yeah. There's like 5 main ones. I want to talk about Jon Snow just because I feel like at the end of the day, the series still continues to... While, like, there are many protagonists, I think it still has a very heavy emphasis on Jon Snow.
Yeah.
I think a lot of stuff's going to happen with Jon Snow. I think one of my favorite things that has happened with Jon Snow was in last season's season finale was epic. So, yeah, I just think I think that the story will be heavily focus on Jon Snow and the kind of the end of his journey. Do
you have any predictions on what his fate could be?
God, I've read so many theories about, like, him being... him marrying Daenerys and him being Daenerys's half-brother, like them being related, you know, all of it could be true. I truly feel like at the end of the day, Jon Snow will be the one sitting on that Iron Throne.
You do?
Yeah.
I think that is the fan choice. And I think that to please the fans, that would be the way to go. To disappoint the fans, Soprano style or something like that, you'd have, I don't know, Cersei Lannister rule, and then like end credit or something.
Which they kind of like dipped their toe in the water last season, or was it? Yeah, it was last season when we thought Jon Snow died.
Yeah,
and everyone was just like didn't want to watch the show anymore. All of the fans, and then we realized he comes back to life. But to that point, I think they were kind of already played around with the idea of him dying, and who knows? This show is unpredictable.
It's super unpredictable. I do think Jon Snow has always been an important character. And now he's just really elevated. And there's like different theories on who really is supposed to be on that throne. Like who's the real true heir? Like who has the more rightful, who's a more rightful heir? So it's like, and there's a theory that Jon Snow isn't really or the rightful heir because essentially the Targaryens died with the king. So all of the other guys are obsolete. So it's a Baratheon. But then again, they're saying, well, also the Baratheon died. So that's dead.
Right.
But speaking of Baratheon, there's Gendry, who we haven't seen in a couple seasons.
Yeah.
And I completely forgot about him until I started watching the episodes again.
Same. And I was over at your place kind of watching some of the episodes from season 1, and to your point, there's a lot of characters that have kind of just disappeared, and we don't even know if they're still alive or not. Right. But yes, he's definitely a contender.
Yeah, either that or he's still like paddling out there somewhere. So he's a contender. Obviously, the Lannisters are going to fight for it.
Jaime and Cersei, that's going to be interesting.
And the big prediction is that Jaime's Jaime's gonna have to kill his sister.
Right, as it's foretold, like that's what's going to have to happen. Do you think that's going to happen though?
I think it's gonna happen, but it's gonna be like really tragic where he might just kill himself after. I don't know. Like Jaime just seems like all of his choices are made for love.
Yes.
Which is very admirable.
Yeah.
And it's also funny that I hated him so much in the first couple of seasons, and now he's turned into my favorite. He's evolved so much, and I wish he would hook up with Brienne.
I know. Everybody, I think, would love to see that happen. It's such a good kind of romance that never...
But then she's got that wildling that's like, hey, hey, hey.
Yeah, you're right. Right, the techno Viking looking. Yeah, that's right. I mean, I think, you know, the juxtaposition of the brother-sister relationship and how Jaime, like you said, started off as the hated one. And Cersei, we're not so sure about, but now she's just become everybody's nightmare. But
she's horrible.
For reasons, like, I guess the show makes you so conflicted because there's so much that's happened to her that you can see why she is the way she is today.
Yeah.
But at the same time, she's doing a lot of bad things, like killing a ton of people.
She like has no care in the world.
No. What did you think about, I guess, you know, how she ended last season? And what do you think, where is she going to end up in this next season?
Cersei, I think she's going to rule, but for a very short period. I think that her reign, it can't be long. She seems defeated, like, oh, well, there's no one else to take the throne, I guess she didn't look, like, happy, like, especially when Jaime looked at her from the corner.
Yeah.
You know? It's like she knew, like, yeah, I fucked up.
Yeah.
I don't know, though. I don't know.
She's got nothing left.
She's got nothing left. She doesn't have her children.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so they're in House Lannister, obviously Tyrion out there with Dany. Do you have any predictions with Daenerys?
I mean, they've always built her up, and I think you and I have agreed on this. She always has the most epic scenes every season.
She does.
You know, whether it's surviving fire, the dragons hatching, you know, those kinds of things.
She wears the most comfortable clothes too.
I don't know. I think it's another one of those Jon Snow cases where they built her up to where you would predict that she would have a shot at the Iron Throne.
Yeah, she definitely has a shot, but I don't know if I want her.
Like, if you written on paper, Daenerys has the strongest shot, I think. She's got dragons, she's got a big army, she's got a you know, Tyrion who's kind of advising her,
but Jon is like the rightful heir if everything, the sequences are correct.
Right.
You know?
Right.
So I would want to, and I like Jon way better. There's like, Daenerys has grown, but at the same time, without her advisors, without Varys, without Tyrion, she wouldn't have made always the best decisions, I think.
Right.
Whereas Jon kind of defied people. He actually died because people were against him. And so I feel like he has like that leadership mentality on his own, you know?
What about them together, though?
It's kind of
gross. Do you buy into that theory at all?
I think it's a big theory and it's very possible because it's Game of Thrones, but I don't like the idea at all. I just feel that it would be kind of a cop-out, like, okay, let's not have them battle it out. Let's just have them get married, you know?
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah, it's almost like you want to see the battle of the Starks versus Targaryen. Even though he is a Targaryen, I still see him as a Stark for some reason. That nobility, that loyalty, you know? Like, you don't ever sense that Jon Snow is going to do anyone harm. Like,
no, he's been consistent.
Very consistent.
Yeah, I agree.
Do you think Sansa is pissed off that she is not, you know, Lady of the North or whatever?
Oh, gosh.
And is going to revolt?
Well, you know Sansa's my favorite character in this show, so I never know what she's thinking.
Yeah.
I mean, do you think that she feels that way?
I mean, I am hoping that she doesn't have resentment towards Jon Snow. He did save her. But when we were watching season 1, she's such a brat as a child. She didn't like Jon Snow because she thought she was better than him. So I wonder how she's going to react knowing if she finds out that he is the true heir. But I do think there's going to be a lot of Littlefinger messing around.
Like how you did that. Yeah. I mean, even in the conversations between her and Jon, you could tell there was I just did not take any of it genuinely.
Yeah.
I think there was still that influence from Littlefinger, and maybe just she's evolved on her own.
She has
to be that sneaky person as well. So she's unpredictable. That's why I love her.
She is super unpredictable. Mm-hmm. Do you think Arya is predictable?
Yes.
Yeah.
I feel like that's going to follow the path.
Well, she has a list.
Yeah.
So we could just follow that list.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you think she is going to be the possibility is she's the one that kills Cersei?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That's true. Is Cersei on the list?
Cersei's on the list.
Yeah, of course she is.
Oh, and I also read that, like, there was, like, pictures of scenes of season 7 with Walder Frey, the meat pie guy.
Mm-hmm.
In season 7, so some people predict that she uses his face to get closer to Cersei.
Oh.
So just like random crazy theories.
Oh, yeah, it's true. I mean, at this point, Arya kind of has access to whomever she wants with the skills that she developed in last season. So we'll see.
But imagining her being like, I'm an old man. No, I'm not. It's weird.
Remind me, where was she headed at the end of last season?
I think she was heading north. I think she was heading to...
Okay.
But I could be wrong, so don't butcher us for that. And then obviously she has the direwolf.
Yep.
And we haven't seen him since episode 1 or 2. Mm-hmm. Do you think we're going to see...
Oh, totally. They don't forget things on this show.
Yeah, I know. Like,
do you think so?
Up. I think so. It would be so tragic if they did forget that one direwolf.
Yeah, it would be sad, but I'm pretty sure the fans won't let them forget.
Yeah, that's true. Okay, who else is there? We have Varys, the mermaid. So, Anne, you tell me the theory that you told me. That
I was reading online that Varys is a mermaid because, there's a theory that how does he get places so quickly? And, rewatching season 1, he had mentioned he's a person of the sea, is it? Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Is his background.
He did say that.
Maybe.
It'd be so weird. And he is dickless, so I don't know. Mermans are dickless.
Yeah, that's right. The fin is there. Maybe he's just been hiding it. I love that theory, though. I think it made me laugh.
Now, every time he mentions water and, like, I travel, blah, blah, I'm like, oh my God, he's a merman. I know. Anne is right.
Just like that, you never heard that theory until I brought it up the other day.
I never heard of that theory, but it's like, why does it make sense? It's an awful theory, but it makes complete sense.
So tell me then, because I said I predicted Jon Snow. Who do you think is going to end up on the throne?
I think Jon Snow.
You also think so? Yeah.
I think that's like just the best choice. Daenerys would be okay, but like I was mentioning, she is a good ruler, maybe, but if she has people around her, where Jon Snow has like a different kind of heart, So
yeah.
I don't know. That's just
part of me thinks Jon Snow will take the throne, and then he'll just say, "Why do we have a throne? We should all rule together."
That would be so awful.
Together.
Oh my gosh!
Can you imagine?
It would just
the whole point of the show.
Yeah, it's like, oh, why did we watch the show? Maybe a White Walker. What do you think about White Walkers?
I love that they still exist.
Yes. And do you think that there's going to be a big old war this season? Or do you think it's going to lead up to season 8 with a big old war?
Oh, God. I feel like we are going to be teased by it and it will end in season 8.
Okay.
What about you?
I think the same. I think it's going to... Because there's so much going on, they're going to have to set up that fight. And I think that fight's going to be even bigger than the throne one.
Yeah.
And hopefully the throne fight is going to kind of appear quicker than later.
Right.
What do you think? Do you think that Brendan Stark is gonna see Jon Snow and tell him of his heritage soon, or like later in the show?
I'll just predict soon, and I have no basis for that.
Yeah.
What about you?
I'm hoping soon.
Yeah.
Because it's just like, we've been waiting for a year. And I actually just watched the episode where Brandon is like at the camp, and then all of the Night's Watchmen come and kill that one guy, and then Brandon's like, John! And then the guy, the kid from Love Actually, whatever, is like, you can't. If he sees you, he will not let you go of North. So he's like sacrifices him.
The one chance.
It was like so close. And then like when Arya gets to Walder Frey's place, and they're like, oh, dinner's done. And she's like so close.
I know.
It's like,
Yes, I love the teases in the show.
It's hard. It's just like, I don't want any more of that. Just make it happen. We've been waiting 7 years. 7 years.
Maybe it happens in the first episode. Who knows? We'll see.
Like Jon Snow.
Yeah. resurrected.
Resurrected.
Yeah, I was
That's
like,
right.
not reincarnated.
I was like,
Resurrected.
Resuscitated. Okay, what do you think of Melisandre?
So I think we had talked about this last season where we were both wondering if she's the only witch.
Yeah, but there was that other red witch that
Right.
Tyrion hired.
And I don't know why. I guess the only reason I bring that up is if there are others, then does that kind of lessen her powers, abilities, or is she weakened because she?
I know it's a mystery, right?
Right, like I don't know in terms of where she stands with her.
I don't even know if I believe
witchcraft.
in her powers.
Yeah,
you know, it might be one of those things where it doesn't work unless you believe in it.
Sure,
but yeah, she's a kind of still a mystery. I do think she's gonna have to come back, and I guess before we switch to our game, do you have any thoughts on the Greyjoys? You know.
I mean, good on them for being siblings again.
Yeah, kind of.
Aren't they going to make a deal at this point, right? They're going to try to form an alliance.
They had that like handshake with Daenerys.
Mm-hmm.
They gave her the ships.
Mm-hmm.
But then there's Euron, their uncle, who's probably going to form an alliance with Cersei because he wants them dead.
Right.
So that's going to be interesting, I think.
I feel like of the two alliances that the Greyjoy siblings with Daenerys will overtake.
I think so.
Cersei and the uncle.
Yeah, I think so. I think Cersei's done.
Yeah.
She's just going to be had. So.
Yeah. And at this point, it's all about Dany or Daenerys picking up all the pieces that she needs to build that powerful army.
Yeah.
So this is just another one to add to the list of things.
What a spoiled little brat she is.
Yeah.
Getting all the best scenes.
Yeah.
She doesn't get one. She gets 3 dragons. I only have 1 Pomeranian.
She'll have all the ships. She'll have all the army. She'll have all the dragons at this point. I mean, again, odds are in her favor.
Yeah, completely. Especially with her scenes. We want to see them.
Yeah.
Do you have any other predictions?
I don't know. I mean, I'm sure there's many others, but those I think covered like the main characters for me.
I think so too. So should there be any others, we'll comment below with you guys.
Yeah. Let us know what you guys think.
Yeah. So ready to play our game real quick?
Yes, I love this.
So actually it was your idea, so you say it.
Oh, okay. So, well, we were talking about, because I love that Kaori's gone back and has been watching all the previous episodes. But we were talking about how many deaths and types of deaths have happened in this show. So I think within conversation, we were asking each other, how would you die if you were in Game of Thrones and you had a choice in your death?
Mm-hmm.
And I love that you have a list because there's some that just crack me up.
Oh, yeah. So, I mean, we'll take turns going back and forth.
All right.
So, on-screen deaths as of season 6, episode 10, there's 196 on-screen deaths. Yeah, that's a lot of people, including really important people. Yeah. So the first one, you die off a wildfire.
Yep.
I think that'd be like a quick death, a lot faster than being up at like slow fire.
Right. I wouldn't mind that one.
Yeah.
Because it just means like if we all go down together.
I like Anne's like, I don't mind that one.
And fine. It seems to happen. Hopefully it happens instantaneously. Don't really remember anything. Yeah, I've thought a lot about this, you guys. So
okay.
Family pie.
Yeah, so that's
delicious.
Yeah, like cutting pieces, fingers, thumbs. I don't know. I mean, I don't think I would like to eat my family.
No.
And then get stabbed after.
Nor find out like that they died through finding the pieces in a pie. That's so gross. Yeah.
Imagine becoming a family pie and being dinner. No. Stabbing by children.
Yeah. For the watch.
Yeah. For the watch.
That to me is the worst. That like just diminishes your worth.
Yeah, completely. What are those called? The little birds or whatever? The Varys is little birds?
Yeah. I think they are called little birds.
Yeah,
right?
right? They stabbed all kids. Oh my God.
Yeah, no, I'm not.
That would suck. It would just be like, wow, okay.
Yeah. Pretty much.
Okay.
Arrows.
Yeah.
Sure.
I mean, that's pretty common, but I think the most tragic way was how, I forgot is it Renly Breath? No, I mean, Stark. Maybe is it Renly? The little youngest one.
Yes. I don't remember.
I forgot his name. But the youngest one, how he died in the hands of sharpshooter Ramsay Snow.
One arrow.
Yeah. that sucked.
He didn't even want to weave. No.
I know.
Cool.
Sucks.
It's fine.
Hanged? Yeah, hangs. So that's pretty common, I guess.
Yeah, for that time seems...
Especially in the Night Watch. They get hanged a lot.
Yeah, I don't know about that one.
I feel like it would be a quick death, and there's always like different theories on when you get hanged, like what the sensation is. But I don't know. I guess there's scientific stuff that I don't know.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I think worse than being hanged is to be beheaded.
Yeah.
Like Ned Stark.
Ugh. Yeah, gross. Would you?
No.
I wouldn't want that, I feel like.
I wouldn't want that either.
Although it seems instant too.
It does seem instant. I have heard in the past that if you're a chicken or a rooster, and you get beheaded, like they still like walk around for like a good 5 seconds.
Because the feeling is probably still there.
So like, what if that's us too? So it's like, imagine I'm like,
weird.
oh my, where's my hand?
Oh, it's so weird.
So weird. Okay, fire. We kind of mentioned that. The Red Witch likes fire, obviously.
Right. Daenerys can survive fire, so
yeah.
Maybe if we're Targaryen blood, we can also survive.
Yeah, fire. Ooh, dog. Oh, go ahead.
Oh, dog food?
Dog food, yeah.
So Ramsay's dogs chewing you up?
Or you getting chewed up by your own dogs because you're a bad kid.
Deserved.
That would be so sad. I think in this list, I probably want that the least. It'd be like a slow death and being like, betrayal!
Staring at your own dog. Yeah, no. Now that you put it that way.
That's horrible.
No.
Now you're imagining like Lily and Shannon.
Yeah, and Wakame. No, never.
Oh.
They would never.
Poisoning. So obviously there's a lot of poisoning.
Seems common too.
Yeah, I think so. So it depends on the poison.
I feel like, yeah, I agree with you.
You know? If it's that, what is that one that like the Lily thing? Like that means like the quick death when they're like dying, like just give it to me. Maybe I'd do that. That's like an acceptable one. How about this one?
Giving birth.
Yeah, like God, why am I forgetting names? The Stark, Lyanna Stark, or Tyrion's mom die giving birth. That sucks.
That seems to be like it would have been common. In that time
that's
also.
what I was thinking too.
But I don't think I want that either.
No. Okay.
At a wedding.
Yeah, and be careful to go to some weddings over in Westeros.
That's a great one. Oh, so sad.
It's so sad. They kill like the honored guests, or it's a king's party. Those are really tough ones to watch.
No, I know.
Even the second or third time around, you're like, I can't watch it.
I think you just mentioned that to Game of Thrones fans, and it just like
it's we can never get over it.
Nope.
Shot while shitting. That would suck.
That would suck.
That would suck. You're like in the most relaxed moment of your day. And then that happens.
Or you're in the most stressful part of your day.
That's true.
And you just want to be done with it.
Depending what you eat.
That's a great one. In battle.
In battle. Yeah, okay. I mean, I think that's a noble way to go. I'd be okay with that.
Yeah, I agree. Especially if I was Jon Snow in that last season.
Yeah, I think so. Okay, push through a moon door.
Yeah. What's that? Littlefinger to the
wife. Lisa. I forgot how to pronounce it.
That's unfortunate.
Yeah, but she was crazy.
I don't know where she even ended up. Like, where's that moon hole go?
Just into the abyss, I guess. Now her son Robin is king. He's almost worse than Joffrey because he's stupid.
Yeah.
Or like bratty. It's a mess.
By a direwolf.
By a direwolf, yes. Some people have been killed by direwolves, I believe.
So is it is it the wolf that's actually doing the killing, or the person within the wolf that is?
It's probably the person within the wolf. The wolf.
Either
They're
way,
so cute. I'd be like, okay, I'm dying over the hand of something really fluffy. I'm cool with that. By a White Walker. That would be really cool to like know about this mythical creature and then die in the hands of a mythical creature.
Yes and no. Like if I was in an epic battle with one and then I died, sure. But if I was like taking a shit and then like a White Walker just came and like chopped my head off.
You just like merged like different murders.
And then Ramsay's dogs came and ate me. No.
Oh my god.
Yeah. That seems like it would happen.
Don't forget that you were maybe shitting
White
like
Walker.
family pie.
All of the above.
Oh my god.
Last one you have, which I was dying when she told me this one. Smothered in a coma.
Yeah. Do you guys remember that?
If you remember, let us know in the comments. That's a good
Yeah,
one.
that was like the silliest thing because there's a lot of resurrection going on. That's a huge hint. So anyway, so that was our little game. And I think the way I would die probably would, if I had to pick one, would probably be in battle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would pick White
You
Walker.
have yours. You're
Shitting on the toilet
Shitting
while
on the
White
toilet.
Walker comes and kills me.
It's the best. You're like, can I have two?
You see how I said shitting on a toilet? Not sitting on a toilet.
It's the best.
Whatever.
All right. Well, thanks for stopping by. Don't forget to press that thumbs up button and also click subscribe and then join the conversation in the comments below. And where can people follow you?
You can follow me on social media at @AnneCampia. I'm on Snapchat. I don't even know if people use Snapchat anymore.
I you use it a lot.
I try.
Yeah.
I'm at @ACampia on Snapchat as well.
Okay. Oh, you were A-Cakes before, right?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, and then you can find me everywhere at Kaori, as Kaorious. And I think that's a wrap. And can't wait to talk Game of Thrones this season. It's gonna be great. Not many seasons, so not many episodes, so we're gonna have to eat it up. Okay. See ya.
Bye.
Bye.